All right, y'all. I guess we're live. That was an awkward transition, guys. All right, y'all. We are live on this Friday afternoon. Welcome to the Flop and Grope Show. I am your host, Jason Casper. And man, guys, this Bitcoin price is dumping a little bit here. It's dumping a little bit, and we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it because, well, we're heading into a weekend, y'all. We are heading into a weekend. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's pop open the chat, see what's going on here. Shout out to Crypto Sense. Shout out to Side of Clouds. Shout out to D's Nuts. Shout out to IBC. Shout out to Din Sigil. Says Shabbat Shalom. So many streams today. Yeah, guys, you know, in about 45 minutes, we are going to be doing games in the Discord. Where we are going to be giving away $500 prizes to multiple winners. And it's going to be a good time, guys. We do it every single, every single month we do it. And so we did a live stream this morning in the VIP Discord with a whole bunch of people. K-Pax, Boyan, and others. And, yeah, it's a very interesting time for Bitcoin. So what we're going to do is, we're going to do some analysis, guys. We're going to do some analysis. So let's get this comment off of here, and let's kind of talk about what has happened with Bitcoin during the past few days. Because it's been crazy, guys. It's been crazy. So we've been trading this range for quite some time right now. And we've been going from this low at about 19.5 to the high at around 20,400-ish, right? 20,400-ish. And the levels have been respected quite nicely within this range. So just as an example, yesterday, we came down perfectly to this level, 19,550, which just so happened to be, guys, the weekly open, right? It just so happened to be the weekly open. And from this area yesterday, we came down there with a very bullish sign on Market Cipher B, which is this, guys, the uneven butt cheek pattern right here on Market Cipher B. The uneven butt cheek pattern. This is not the uneven butt cheek pattern. This is the uneven butt cheek pattern, where we have a very juicy cheek on the left, followed by a not so juicy cheek on the right. And when we come down to key areas of support and we see something like this on Market Cipher B, it's a very, very high win rate. And look at how the levels were respected. So yesterday, we came up to the monthly level after getting our bounce from the weekly open down here at 19,550 with bullish divergences on Market Cipher B. We then came up to this level right here, which just so happened to be this monthly level of resistance at 19,916. And we got a little rejection from here. Very, very nice. Very, very technical. And then we came down to the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement. So just to show you how these levels have been so respected, we come down perfectly to hit the weekly open to the exact dollar. We come up to the monthly level, reject right from there. And then we come down to the Fibonacci golden pocket. We get our bounce right from there, come back up to the monthly, rejection right from there. We come up to a Fibonacci level. If we take the fib from this high to this high, we can see that we bounce again off that local Fibonacci golden pocket. And this gives us our move all the way up to this high that we put in last night, which was a naked point of control. Let's see, where was that high put in? Right here last night. It's pretty crazy how the levels are respected, guys. Hit to the dollar. And then the reason why we are getting such a sharp move to the downside right now is because we have come up to the high of this range, to the value area high. And we did so with some bearish signs, okay? We did have some bearish divergences on the 12-minute time frame. Personally, for me, I did not actually get into a short trade up here until we came back to retest this value area high, right? I contemplated getting into a short here. I contemplated again getting into a short here. I did not do it. But once we lost that value area and then retested it as resistance, that's where I was able to get into a short trade. So currently, guys, I am short right now. It's the only position I am in right now is a short. Yeah, short from right here. Now, we are coming down to an area of support right now, and we are getting a bounce. And we do have, if we go down to some of these lower time frames, we do have some bullish divergences here on the 1 minute time frame, money flow moving to the upside. The 6 minute, we do have slight divergence here as well. The 3 minute, ooh, yeah, we got some nice divergence on the 3 minute here, guys. And the 12 minute, we do not have divergence. Now, honestly, for me, I would prefer to wait for a 12-minute divergence after such a large move down like we've had. The last time we had a big move like this to the downside, we did, in fact, get a bounce like this with the 12-minute giving us that first green dot. But it's not until we get that second green dot right here with the uneven butt cheek pattern that we actually get a move back to the upside. And personally, I just would like to come down a little bit lower, potentially to these lows here, before I get into a long, especially since we have the weekend coming up. So this might be a significant bottom. We have come down to an area of support. We have come down to the value area low of the range. So here's another thing we can do, right? Just like up here, when you can wait for a retest to potentially get into a short trade. Also here, we can wait for maybe a retest of the value area low to potentially get into a long, right? If we see that we are getting a move to the upside like this, and then we come down for a retest, and we are getting a trigger wave and some other bullish signs maybe on market Cipher B and other indicators, then potentially we can get into a long trade from there. But personally for me, I am waiting for lower, guys. I am waiting for lower. If we happen to get a move to the upside from right here, right now my area of interest to the upside is going to be this like 20,075 to 20,135. And the reason is because if we come back to our chart here, that is the high volume node of this little sideways range that we've got going on. And not only is it the high volume node, but it's also the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement. We have the VWAP in this area. And so if we get a very fast move up, again, this would be a great area potentially for me to add to a short. And if we don't do something like that, then I will be looking either for lower to long, or I will be looking for a retest of this to get into a long. So that's kind of my overall trading plan right now. But you know, guys, the levels have been respected pretty nicely. It's been a pretty good range, and so we're heading into a weekend. Not only are we heading into a weekend, y'all, but we are heading into the month of September, which historically is just a pretty bearish month. So shout out to everyone in the chat, guys. Make sure to like the stream. It's gonna be a quick one today. We have a naked daily value area low of August 29th right here. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a quicker stream today, guys. Just wanted to come in and make a stream because, honestly, my YouTube channel, I don't want it to die. You know, I don't want the YouTube channel to die. And the Google algorithms, they really enjoy content. That's really what they like. They like content. Content is king. I'm sure you've heard that. All you SEO guys, people out there trying to grow a channel. Let's take a look here on CoinLise and see what we've got going on coinlise.net to see if there's anything of significance right now in the moment before we get into some more analysis. Interesting. This is the 5-minute chart. Let's go to the 1-minute chart here. Well, we definitely have a lot of longs coming in, guys. We definitely have a lot of longs coming in. Yeah, we had a lot of longs coming in here. Yeah, this could give us a decent move to the upside here. This honestly could give us a decent move to the upside. Yeah, it absolutely could. This could give us a decent move to the upside, guys. But again, Yeah, personally, I would like to wait for a little bit more confirmation before taking it long, because I would like to see at least the 6 minute giving us some uneven cheeks. So if we get a bigger move up, I could get in on a retest or something like that. We could get in on a retest, because right now I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of what is happening right here. All right, so let's go to a bigger time frame and just kind of take a look at this entire little chunk that we've got going on. Right, let's take a look at this chunk of price action here. Well, we got to understand the overall context of this market, which is we are just within a massive range here, and we could say that it's from the highs up here at around 24.7 ish. This would be the high, so we could go ahead and put a nice little line here, and the lows somewhere around 18K, right? This is a general just zone here, and this is the framework in which we are working. Now, just looking at this with the naked eye, one would enjoy another move back down to these lows for a number of reasons, right? Now, again, working with the potential hypothesis that we are actually reaching a major bottom. And why are we contemplating reaching a major bottom here? It's because this is, guys, the 17 to 20K level. We have retested the previous bull market all-time high. We have come down to, and if we go to a better chart that we can see Bitcoin from the beginning, right, we can see that, yes, we've retested the previous bull market all-time high, and we put in this signal on market Cipher on the weekly, which historically marks the bottom of the bear cycle. Now, I'm not saying it's the bottom, guys. The whole world is falling apart at the seams, right? We've got horrible things going on with supply chains, with world powers being at odds with one another. We've got energy shortages. We've got food shortages. We've got crazy stuff going on. So I'm not saying that this is the bottom, right? I'm just saying, based on what we've seen historically, back before the world was falling apart, this signal has been the bottom signal of the entire bear cycle, okay? Now, when we get to significant bottoms for Bitcoin, right, let's go down to a lower time frame here. What tends to be the hallmark of these bottoms? Well, it tends to be these types of... Wow, what in the world? What kind of weird chart did I just put on my... Huh. Well, this is strange, guys. Hang on a second. I hope that I didn't totally destroy my chart. Shout out to Boyan. This is Boyan's chart here. Looks like I lost all my TA, huh? No, it's back. Whew, it's back. So what tends to be the hallmark, guys, of these very significant bottoms is that we retest the support as support again, right? We want to see multiple taps of the lows to confirm that this is indeed support, right? That's what happened right over here. We had something kind of similar to that right over here before that last move to the upside. We had something similar to that right over here where we came down, we put in our low, we hit it once, twice, 3, 4 times before getting a big move to the upside. You could even say that, let's see some previous lows. Back here in January 2021, we hit that low in November. Well, I guess this was late December, and then we hit it again to confirm that support is indeed support, right? We have not had that happen yet in this little range that we've been in. We came down to test that 17K level, but we never came back down to confirm it as our support. I mean, the range that we got over the summer, we confirmed this as support many times. Even before this big move to the upside, we confirmed this level as support. Once again, we put in these lows, and then we came back down to retest that as support. So just looking at this, we would kind of want to see and kind of even hope to see a move back down to this area to confirm that what once was support is going to act as support again. And not only that, it just doesn't seem right that we would have all this liquidity down here and that wouldn't be recovered for a move to the upside, right? We would expect that retest if this is truly a bottom before a move to the upside. So that is kind of what I am hoping for if we are going to get another big move to the upside, if this is indeed macro support. And if it is a macro support, well then we would almost expect a little bit for this range that we're in right now to break again to the downside, because ever since we came up to the highs, right, we came up to the highs, and within this macro range we put in this range right here, broke down, put in this range right here last week, broke down. Now we've been ranging right here, and it would just make a lot of sense for it to break down once again to these lows. So even if we're going to have a macro bullish bias for these Bitcoin markets, which, you know, it's just an idea I'm entertaining, right? We have to be able to entertain multiple contradictory ideas at the same time so that we're prepared for whatever may happen, right? So if we do get a move like that, then these lows here would be great to take these out and get our bounce from this zone that we have down here, right? That would be ideal for me, honestly. That would be very ideal for me. So locally right now, let's see what we have going on, right? Let's see what we have going on. So we know that we have the range, right, that we've been trading in for a number of days. And so what we can do is we can't really know what is going to happen in the future, but we can be prepared for it, right? So for example, if we're always looking to take shorts from the highs, and if we're always looking to take longs from the lows, then we can be in some good positions so that, let's say, for example, this just so happened to be the last high we put in before we lose the range. Well, if we're always looking for shorts up here and we take partial profits, then we can actually hold a portion of the trade much, much lower and capitalize more on the breakdown of the range than if we had been looking for to short the breakdown of support. Because here's the thing. If we're looking to short support, that would have been, you know, we established support here, we would have 1 loss, 2 losses in a row. As opposed to if we were looking to long the support, we would have had 2 wins, right? And if we were looking to long the resistance, well, we put in that first high right here, we would have had 1, 2, 3, 4 losses in a row. Instead of just shorting the support, we would have had 4 wins in a row. So what we never want to do when we're thinking of long-term Bitcoin price action and coming up with macro plans, we never actually want to chase price, right? If price is getting a move, or if you come to the charts and you notice that price has gotten a big move to the downside, this is not where you want to be shorting, right? If anything, this is where we want to be looking for long trades, right? Because that is going to, just based on probabilities alone, when we're longing support, we're going to have more success than when we are shorting support. So right now, for me, if we are going to get a bigger move to the downside, I'm still going to be looking for longs from down here, and I'm going to be looking for shorts up here or even higher, because if we are going to get a big move down, I want to be in a short position from as high as possible. But if we're going to get a big move up from here, I want to be in a long position from as low as possible. So here are some of the major areas that I'm personally looking at. So right now, these lows down here are not... I would prefer if we came to take out all the liquidity from down here. Because you would imagine that people are long from down here, and they probably have their stop losses either at their entry, somewhere like right here, or below the entry, somewhere like right here, okay? They're assuming that this is a low and that we're going to get a move to the upside. They might be looking at these higher term time frame charts here, noticing that we are, in fact, putting in a higher low on a large time frame, and we're getting an anchor wave and a trigger wave. And if I was a whale, right, if I was trading with multi-million, billion, quadrillion dollar positions, I would probably think to myself, well, if I want to build a big long position, right, I'm going to need some liquidity. I'm going to need some money from other retail traders. And the best way for me to fill that position is if liquidity is injected into the market by triggering stop losses and liquidations, which are down here, right? And so below these areas, this is where I look for the long trades, right? Because if I was a whale looking to fill a big position, I would need two things. Number one, I would need people shorting support to fill up my limit long orders. And number two, I would need long trades to get stopped out and or liquidated so that there'd be more liquid asset in the market for me to fill my big orders. And so for that reason, it would make sense to get a push to this downside right here. But on the other side of that Bitcoin, to the upside, we do have some key areas. I would say that the most important area of resistance that we have, if we break above this little range that we're in right now, and break above, I mean come above like $20,600, is going to be this right here, okay? This area right here, I would say between 21.9 and 21,350-ish. This green box is going to be also a very important area of resistance for us. And the reason for that is because, as we can just see, throughout the entirety of this little sideways range, this green box was acting as resistance right here, and then support again, and then consolidation. And so if we're going to break up from here, it would make sense we would get a retest of this and then reject from that area and finally make our way back down to the low, which would kind of complete a complete rotation from the low to the high back down to the low, right? It just is nice, right? It's aesthetic. It's an aesthetic thing to happen, right? If we did get a bounce up from here and we just kept on going, it wouldn't be very aesthetic, right? It might be functional but not aesthetic, right? It might be functional but not aesthetic. And it depends. Are you a power lifter or a bodybuilder, right? Are you a strong man, or are you all about the aesthetics? You know what I'm saying? So I just got a notification that the stream is extremely poor quality here. So let me know if it is poor quality. Shout out to Dragon. That's right. Buy low, sell high. Yeah, smash the likes and get rich. If we can get 1,250 likes, guys, I will be giving away $1,000 worth of Tether. 1,000 Tether. I mean, you can't go wrong with 1,000 Tether. Let's see what's going on here now. Interesting. Wow. So we had a lot of people long right here, and now trades are closing out. Let's see what's happening on Exocharts so we can see a little bit more detail here. Let's take a look at this. By the way, guys, if you want to learn all this stuff, you could check out the course, jasoncaspertrading.com. There's a 25% discount in the description of the video. Also, if you do want to join the community, you can go to patreon.com/JasonCasper. This is the VIP Discord. We're going to be doing games in here in about 20 minutes, guys, giving away thousands of dollars of prizes. It's going to be a good time. We also post the TA in here every single day. We do TA updates, posting the levels, doing multiple live streams. And really, it's just a learning experience, guys. You got to get that good confluence from other traders in the group. It's a good time, right? It's a good time. Also, if you want to learn more about Exocharts, if you want to learn more about Orderflow, you could check out the Advanced TA course. There's a 15% discount in the description. You could watch the preview for free. If you're interested, you could check that out as well. Okay, so we are getting this move to the upside here, as we were kind of thinking would happen based on the lower term time frame divergences. And yeah, I'm still looking for potentially to add to a short trade. I am still looking at this area right here, the VWAP, the golden pocket, right? The VWAP, the golden pocket. This move to the upside is happening on a decrease of open interest. And we also can see that the 12-minute time frame is not giving us a divergence yet, and the 6-minute time frame did not really give us a divergence either. So it would be really nice, in my opinion, of course this is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form, but it would be really nice to kind of wait this out to see if we can either get a lower low, or let's say that we do get a rejection from VWAP, golden pocket area. Then maybe we can look to long if we see bullish signs as we come back to this golden pocket right here, right? that is how we could potentially do this. And actually, let's go to the 1 minute time frame. 1 minute time frame is looking pretty strong. It's looking pretty strong right now, right? So we'll have to watch and wait and see what happens here. We'll have to watch and wait and see what happens. Okay, so we do have some new traders actually stepping into the market right here. We have some people opening up some long trades right here as we come up to that area of resistance. But in general, open interest is still coming down. But yeah, look at this. We have some volume coming in now. We have some volume coming in compared to what we had before. This obviously right here is going to be an area of resistance because it was the last low that we put in. I mean, look at how the level is respected. In fact, is that the monthly? Let's check it out. No, that's not the monthly. That's not the monthly, but it is interesting to see how the monthly's been respected here, right? It was respected. We got a little rejection from it right here. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. This pump is pretty crazy too, guys. This pump is pretty dang crazy. Let's see if we can make it up to that that area there. So if we're watching the price, right, and we don't want to chase price, but we want to get a good entry, right? If this is a significant bottom, we are going to be looking to get in on a retest, and we're going to be looking then to long this green box here between the 618 and the 786, right? That would be the way that we would long a retest, right? We either wait for a higher low with bullish signs, such as like trigger waves, or we wait for a lower low with bullish divergence. The lower low is always the easier entry. It's always an easier entry. But what we can also do, if let's say that we're getting a move to the downside, right? We can pull our fib. And we know that we want to long a retest of this box, right? And so what we can do is, if we're coming down to this box, and we see something like this, where a whole bunch of people then start to short into the box, and we see that the CVD is getting lower, right, than it was here, or here, or it's getting down lower, and open interest is coming up higher, and people are shorting. We could get into a long trade from there, if we see absorption of shorts into the box. Or there's different ways to do it. There's different ways to do it, but that in general is what I would be looking for. Now, if we're going to reject from up here, from the VWAP, golden pocket, local, we would want to see bearish signs there as well, right? We don't just want to take trades willy-nilly, right? We don't want to take trades willy-nilly. So no N is still holding the short from 24.8 and is looking for longs here. Yeah, that's a good idea, I would say. You know, you wouldn't want to close your short if you're in a short from 24.8. I would not want to close that short. Shout out to Crypto Incognito, who has learned a lot from the content. What's the golden pocket up top? It's just the golden pocket from this most recent high that we put in here to the low. And it just lines up nicely with the VWAP. And it also lines up nicely with the, if we go to the 12-minute time frame, lines up nicely with the high volume node of the range that we've been in, like this. Right? We've got that nice confluence there. So, yeah, that would be an area for me. Definitely a little bit higher here, just a little bit higher. If we come up a little bit higher, just a wee little bit higher, you know. Just a wee bit higher. Let's put a white line here as well. I know you guys like the side effects. Yeah, the side effects, guys. By the way, this stream is sponsored by Pfizer. That's why I use blue candles. But yeah, I don't know. We might not come up there, in which case it's fine. I'll just hodl the short. But you know, I was hoping in an ideal world I would add to my short here, and then take more profits here, and then take more profits lower. But we might not get to do it. And that's another thing about trading, guys. It's like you got to make your plans and stick to them. And if your plans don't come to fruition, either you could come up with another plan in the moment, but be careful doing that, because a lot of times it's hard to distinguish between plans in the moment and FOMO. Right? It's best to sit out. When in doubt, just sit out. Wait for the trade setup that you were waiting for, because if you wait for the trade setup that you were waiting for, then there's a much higher chance that it will play out, right? There's a much higher chance that it will play out according to your liking. According to your liking. Let me quickly set an alert right here. And we are going to have to head out soon, because we are doing games in the VIP Discord. I just wanted to come in and do a little stream here. Whoops, that was the wrong time frame. All right. Yep, good old Pfizer. Am I a simulation? I'm a deep fake, guys. I'm a deep fake. I never blink my eyes. Shout out to Julian Gilliman, who's posting crazy stuff in here, which I can't really read. So we're gonna have to Google this, right? We're gonna have to Google this and see what it means. Let's see. Is another language? All right, so he's been trading with Market Cipher for a year daily. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And, you know, I'll have to read it in the original language. Venho fazendo trade com market Cipher ha ano diariamente. And is it detecting what language this is? Portuguese. Nice. Nice. Bet you guys didn't know I could read Portuguese. Yeah, I could read it. That's right. Shout out to Julian. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for being here. All right, let's see. Do we prefer Bybit over Binance? I do, for sure. Binance doesn't allow me to trade in my country, so I used to trade on Binance, Don, but I can no longer do it. Yeah, I know, right, Mark? I probably fooled you. You thought I was Portuguese for a second there. I'm not, guys. I'm not, right? I just have studied the language for like 3 seconds, so I have a lot of experience there. Oh, shout out to Luciano, who also speaks Portuguese. Shout out to Fool Radio, who says Fauci's ouchie. Yeah, you know, I'm all about healthy trading, honestly, guys. I really am all about healthy trading. You don't want to be too safe when you're trading, right? The goal of life is to be safe. You know, the goal of life is to avoid all risk, avoid all chance of death and injury, and just be as safe as you possibly can, which is why I only paper trade, guys. I only paper trade. This is not real money. This is fake Bybit testnet account. As you can see from the title of the video, professional Bybit Shill demo trading, not financial advice, right? For sure. So, also Bitget. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Bitget as well, Tony. I'm also a big fan of Bitget. So, let's see what's happening here. Shout out to David from Romania. Shout out to everyone in the chat, guys. You guys are the best. Guys, I am going to have to head out real quick because I do have, we have games in the Discord today. Just wanted to come in, stream real quick. It's a quick one, guys. 40-minute stream. But yeah, that's kind of my views on the Bitcoin, guys. So I'm going to head out. But it's been a good one. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat. God bless you all. In the name of Jesus the Messiah. Hope everyone has a great weekend. And I will see y'all next week. So, peace.